Just because you tall, that don't mean nothing. I mean, you just got some good genes and you're tall. Your daddy was taller, your grandpa was taller, your mama was tall. Y'all over here cooking Aiden because he ain't in here playing tough and playing rough. He just is a smooth player. Some people got that finesse. Some people smooth like that. Don't be mad because you can't just come in that mug and... There's just no way you can stop this dude. It's hilarious. I'm talking about he's smacking dudes. He's smacking balls. LaMelo Ball went 38, 13, and 13. Hold on, let me grab my phone. Let me look this up real quick, because maybe am I giving out fake stats? That's one of the scariest things. Hey, do y'all remember trying to jump in? Like really trying to get in when doing double dutch? Like that jump was scary because they was swinging them mugs and like that shit hit your face. Welcome to the Fellowretro Show, episode 1, and we gonna get it started off right. Something that I'm not hearing from a lot of people. I'm not seeing enough praise go this man's way, and that is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he's better than SGA. Yes, I said it. I think he's better than SGA. When I see Giannis play basketball, I know SGA got the... he could hoop. I'm not taking nothing away from him. He can hoop. He gonna get you with the pump fakes. He gonna get you with the slow moves. He's gonna make you foul him. Everybody's mad at the 21 free throws. I mean, he's getting fouled. He's getting hit. When we at the park, we be calling and one. There ain't no ref. If we had to shoot free throws, and pick up, I'm telling you, not everybody would be calling and one, because y'all can't hit no damn free throws. You know, at the park, if every time that you call foul, you had to shoot a free throw instead of just getting the ball back and getting the possession back, we would not be calling fouls. People are not ready to go to that free throw line, so I'm not shading Shea for being able to shoot free throws and make them. But whenever Giannis play, bro, when I'm watching Giannis play, this dude is unstoppable, man. Bro, this dude, Giannis is unstoppable. I'm talking about, you say build a wall. Y'all say he can't shoot. Why would you have to shoot? Why would you have to learn how to shoot if you can get to the paint so easily? I mean, the things that I'm seeing this man do, it's like when I'm watching Wemby, it's like, how do you stop that? I mean, he's coming down court and it's just not even like, it's the way that he's contorting his body. It's like, what the freak? I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this dude is better than SGA. I'm not talking about like a crazy margin, but if I could have SGA or if I could have Giannis, I'm taking Giannis. Giannis had 9 assists last night. He could have had 15 if people could hit their shots. That is the easiest guy to play with. Just spot up and hit your open shots. Spot up and hit your open shots and be able to give the team a good 6-7 minutes here and there whenever Giannis is on the bench. If there's a steal, if there's a block, if you get the board, look for Giannis. I mean, he is running like a deer every single possession. I don't see how this man is not tired. I be seeing him gas. I'm not gonna lie. He do be hunched over and he does need his rest. But whenever that dude is on the court, it's no stop. You got Evan Mobley, a top defender. You got Jared Allen, a top defender. The Cavs as a whole is a good defensive team besides Mitchell and Garland. And Garland didn't even play last night. Everybody else, I mean, maybe you could say Murray's not a good defender, but as a whole, they play good defense together. They play good team defense. They know they're in the East. They played Giannis hundreds of times. Not hundreds of times, but they played Giannis enough times to know what he wants to do, what he likes to do. And I'm telling you, there's like 2-3 bodies showing at him, and he's still getting to the paint every time. Like, if y'all didn't see that game, y'all go watch that game and tell me. I think Wemby's number 1. I think Wemby's the best player in the league right now, but I think it's Giannis, maybe Jokic, and then SGA, or SGA, then Jokic. We'll figure out. I mean, the season just started, but I had to start off the show showing Giannis some love because, man, it's Giannis and friends out there. Bucks lose 113-118 to the Cavs, and like I said, it's Giannis and friends out there. He dominated every single time This man had the ball in his hand. He made something happen. He had 9 assists. He could have had, like I said, he could have had 15. He could have had, it's crazy how much attention Giannis attracts. And it don't matter how much you clean up, how much you sweep. When you got a dog and they shedding, it's going to be a hair or two flying around somewhere. I mean, it just hit me right in the eye. But back to what I was saying, 40 points, 14 rebounds. I mean, he's just a beast out there. Whenever he's out there, you know he's going to give it his all. You know he's going to go 100%, 100 miles per hour all the way. He's like Westbrook in the way to whenever they're on the court, whether they're playing good or whether they're playing bad, they got that short memory. You know how athletes say you got to have a short memory? You can miss 5 shots in a row. When you take that 6th one, you can't be thinking about those last 5. All you got to worry about is hitting that shot. That's how Giannis, that's how Westbrook plays. That's why I like both of those guys. They just go hard all the way, buzzer to buzzer. But let's go ahead and talk about these Cavs, man. They are a good team. But we already knew that. Deep playoff runs, playoff pushes. It's just injuries. Can they stay healthy? I mean, Garland didn't play tonight. Can they stay healthy? They are a great team. I mean, I was talking about Muro. Sam, that dude, I don't know where he got his confidence from, but I mean, let him take Struss's spot. He is stepping into shots. I'm talking about I think it was the 4th quarter, like 3 minutes left. I mean, he's just, hey, y'all backing up? I'm shooting that thing. I mean, if he has that type of confidence in the playoffs, they gonna be scary. They already scary. It's just like I said, injuries. Mobley, I mean, dude, this dude right here, he's different. We know he gonna come with the defense, but this dude is playmaking out here. How many assists did he have last night? Like 7, 6, 8, one of those. I mean, and it wasn't like little like, oh, you doubling me. Let me just pass it to the wide open shooter. I mean, he has the ball in his hands and he's like surveying the field, surveying the court. He's getting people involved, getting people wide open. And I'm like, okay, like if Mobley can play like that all year, I just don't know how they're going to play whenever Garland gets back and they all together. I don't know if they're going to let Mobley just have the ball and go crazy like that. But to see that, I mean, it was against the Bucks. The Bucks aren't a good team. Miles Turner ain't it, man. He ain't it. I mean, if that was the big hoorah to keep Giannis around, was to bring Miles Turner, even though I know Giannis was in on bringing Miles Turner, he ain't it. I mean, I didn't even know if he was on the field last night. I mean, I don't even know if he was on the court last night. I've been watching a lot of football too. I'm a Saints fan, so as you see, Saints and Pelicans fan. Team ain't been doing that good, so I've just been paying more attention to like everybody else this year, as I know playoffs are not in the picture for us. So I've just been watching a lot of everybody, just enjoying sports right now. I mean, whenever your team sucks, you just got to realize like, hey, are you going to be down? Are you just going to be depressed and be sad and just be raging? Or are you just going to just accept it and be like, hey, it's a rebuilding year. Hopefully next year we come back stronger. Hopefully your quarterback that you drafted in the 2nd round is good and Shuck, and just keep going. Just keep going from there. But back to basketball. Miles Turner 2 from 6 from deep last night. I mean, all you got to do, Miles Turner, I mean, he's a good center, but he really likes to shoot. Literally a stretch big. He could get in there and get a block every now and then, but he really likes to play in that mid-range, do that pick and pop. And when I say pop, I mean he popping. It ain't no freaking mid-range. He trying to pop. Like, he popping, like, all the way. Like, he said that screen, and he trying to pop for real from the 3. So I think that was a good pickup for the Bucks, just to keep spreading out the court. You don't want too many people that's in that paint, because you know Giannis is going to control that restricted area. So as many people as you can that can hit shots, get them. It wasn't a bad move. It wasn't a bad play, but just watching him on the court is just like, he don't really bring nothing for real. 13 or 14 points. You got to step that up. I mean, it's literally you and Giannis. Like, who else is gonna get them shots? AJ Green is nice, don't get me wrong, but Gary Trent, who else? I mean, they drafted Mark Sears. I mean, I would like to see him get on the court more. He was balling at Bama. I mean, that dude could hoop. They kept it close with the Cavs, who I think is a really good team, a really good actual team. Like, they play good, they play well together. Mitchell, I think he's a good leader. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say leader. I would just say he's a good, like, best player on your team. Like, if Mitchell's the best player on your team and everybody else can come together, I mean, some people might say Mobley's the best. I'm not gonna argue with that because that's the two-way ability. But for Mitchell to give you 24, I mean, Mitchell's nice. I mean, he's a bucket, but sometimes he can get a little crazy, just start shooting that ball too much, and you realize, like, hold on now, bro, you're not on Utah. you know what I mean? Like, you're not on the Jazz. You don't got Gobert down there. You got people that can go and get their own, like with Hunter and everybody else on that team. But let's jump over to the West. I was talking about Giannis. I was giving Giannis his praise, just saying, hey, I think he's better than SGA. But you know who I think is better than Giannis, SGA, and Jokic right now? That boy Wemby. This dude, like, it's like watching a comedy. Like, I'm watching him play basketball and I'm laughing. I've never laughed when watching basketball before. I've laughed when watching football before and I'm just like, man, this team sucks. But I've never laughed at somebody being so good and making it look so easy. Spurs won 118-107 over the Nets. Shout out to the Nets, though. They had a good showing. Man, Cam Thomas can ball. That boy right there, I mean, he does not care. I'm talking about, he got so many moves. He had hit one move, like he was in the corner. The shot clock was going down. He was like in the corner like this, right? But he was probably like 2 steps above the the 3-point line. And I'm talking about, I don't know who was defending him, but they was all over him. But somehow he had the ball and he had did like a hezzy and then a jump back all the way to the 3-point line and hit it. And he got fouled, but they didn't call a foul. He fell on the ground. And they had tied the game up with I think 2 minutes left before the Spurs took off with him. But I'm watching him and I'm like, yo, I mean, Brooklyn not gonna win many games this year. They not. But if I'm a Brooklyn fan, I mean, I know they didn't extend him to a long-term deal. That dude right there he's gonna put up some numbers. Him and MPJ still, his shot is still pure. His shot is still good. I know he didn't play good in the playoffs and that's why they traded him. But when it comes to just straight up just shooting the ball, he's one of them ones. But let me get back on Wemby, yo. I had to give the Brooklyn Nets some of their praise right there. Cam Thomas dropped 40, and it looked like 40. Sometimes you see 40, and you like, where was the 40? I mean, I saw 24. He dropped 40 on the ass for Wemby, bro. This dude right here, he must be a comedian. After basketball, he could go into stand-up. And I don't know, he is funny. This dude is hilarious. There was a play. There was 42 seconds left in the half before halftime, right? The Brooklyn Nets have the ball. One person tries to lay the ball up, smack. You know, it's like, okay, Wemby, he's great at defense. A block, not gonna get too crazy about it. It's just like, oh shit, good play, Wemby. But the ball carousels into another freaking Brooklyn Nets player hands. It's Terrence Mann. He gets the ball. He thinks like, okay, Wemby just blocked that dude. Let me go up. Wemby somehow smacks his ball as well. So at this point, I'm like, okay, 2 blocks. And mind you, it's 42 seconds left on the half is about to be over. He blocks one dude, comes over, blocks another dude. The ball gets smacked so hard, it bounces all the way to another Brooklyn Nets player that's on the 3-point line. He picked the ball up. He's like, okay, ain't that much time left. I'm gonna shoot this ball. You shoot the ball. The ball brick. Somehow the ball ends up in Wemby's hand, and now there's 30 seconds left on the shot clock. So all of this happened in like 10 seconds. He'd have blocked 2 shots and got the ball back. So he bringing the ball up court, and there's 30 seconds left, right? There's 30 seconds left. So they trying to go for a 2-for-1 now. And if you don't know what a 2-for-1 is, it's basically where you get 24 seconds to shoot the ball before the shot clock expires and, it's a turnover. You get 24 seconds and there's 30 seconds on the clock. So usually if you have the ball with more than 24 seconds to go, you try to shoot and try to make a shot fast enough. The other team can get the ball, and whenever they score, you still have enough time to shoot the ball again, whether it's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 8 seconds. That's why it's called a 2-for-1, because you get 2 opportunities to score while they only get 1. So back to the play. Wemby's bringing the ball up full court after having that magnificent defensive play. He's bringing the ball up and he shoots a 3-pointer from it wasn't from the logo. Don't get me. It was from the logo. He shot a 3 from the logo and made it. And I'm just cracking up because I'm like, this is too easy. Wemby is definitely my MVP favorite. I definitely think they're going to make it to the playoffs. I don't know how far they're going to go. It just depends on the matchup, but there's just no way you can stop this dude. It's hilarious. I'm talking about he's smacking dudes. He's smacking balls. He's got shit just flying all over the place. He gets the ball, brings it up court, and it was nothing. It wasn't like he was excited. It was like, this is what I do. 31-14 tonight. Made it look super easy. Made it look super fun and funny. Dylan Harper showed out. He pulled up and he showed out. 28-6 tonight, and it wasn't like a 28-6 where it was like, oh, it was in the flow of the offense. Like he made it known. It was definitely felt. The Brooklyn Nets felt Dylan Harper. That man right there, he had a good game. I mean, Vassell, he could score. We already know Vassell could shoot. You get the ball to him, he could hit an open three. Shout out to Keldon Johnson. He hit some tough buckets tonight. He hit some tough shots tonight. He had 19, and like I said about Dylan's 20, it wasn't in no flow of the game. Like his 19 was really, really felt. We're gonna talk about some people later on that their buckets were in the flow of the game, and you know, it just came with the game. Like Keldon was hitting some tough ass shots, so shout out to him. I didn't know he had it like that. We're jumping right back over to the East. We're going East, West, East, West, East, West. I don't know if they're all gonna be like every episode is gonna be premised and put like that, but right now I think that's just a little bit easier to, you know, jump back and forth like we're doing that jump rope. Well, you don't necessarily jump back and forth whenever you're doing jump rope unless you're doing double dutch. When you're doing double dutch, you gotta you got a gritty when you're doing you got a gritty when you do it. That's one of the scariest things. Hey, do y'all remember trying to jump in, like really trying to get in when doing double dutch? Like that jump was scary because they was swinging them mugs and like that shit hit your face. Hey, double dutch was scary. Once you got up in there, mug, you were like, hey, I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere. But getting in was always scary to me. Maybe that was just me. Maybe I was trash. Pistons beat the Celtics 119-113. And you know what popped off for the screen? You know what popped off the screen for me? You know what in this game had me, like my biggest takeaway was the Pistons announcer. That dude reminds me of just like watching an old school game. They need to get him on more announcing gigs. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he's always been the Pistons announcer. Maybe Pistons fans, y'all can let me know down below. I mean, has he always been here and I haven't been paying attention? But the way that he don't get too excited, he not too animated, he not too like mellow either. Like he just played the game, called a game, and it's just like so smooth, and it just feel like you just sitting back kicking it with your grandpa, like, you know, the old heads, and you just watching the old game. And like when something does happen that's dope, or something that does happen that's like, hey, like what just happened, like the way that he just expresses it is really cool in my opinion. So I wanted to give a shout out to that Pistons announcer. Maybe he not even the Pistons announcer. Maybe he was just a sub in or fill in. I don't know, but this shit, he made me feel like I wanted to rewatch that game just to hear him call it again. The Pistons ended up pulling this one out. They were down like what, 31-14. It was something crazy. 31. It was something crazy. They were down something crazy in the first quarter, but like 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. They were down crazy, and they ended up pulling it out. They had a crazy second quarter. Shout out to Jalen Duran. I think any big body, if you are big and you are like offensively gifted, or you don't even necessarily have to be offensively gifted, let me take that back, but if you are big, like if you're a big body, whether you're a forward, because Asor Thompson had a good game too, whether you're a forward or you're a center and you go against the Celtics, you're going to eat. Like you're going to eat. Like my Pelicans play the Celtics tonight, and I think that I think that Zion's going to have a really good game, because if you're big and you could just establish yourself down low, say goodnight and say goodbye to the Celtics, man. Say goodnight to the Celtics. When watching that game, I don't know if the Celtics are just too small or if the Pistons are just too big. I don't know, but just Asor Thompson and Jalen Duran established themselves, and they had them a hell of a game. And it just made me, whenever I'm watching, I'm just thinking, like, if you have a big man like a Giannis, if you have somebody that's, you don't even have to be necessarily gifted and good, Jokic go crazy. Put Jokic just down, put his rebounds up and his points up whenever they go against the Celtics, because I just think any big is just going to have their way with the Celtics. That's just where they're just lacking at. They're going to get their shots up. Celtics are going to shoot a whole bunch of threes, so you're going to have opportunities to get rebounds. You're going to have opportunities to get second chance points, because they don't really have too many people in there that's trying to rebound for real. Jaylen Brown is going to get his. He's going to get his shots up. But somebody that I want to preach about, I'm saying preach about because his name is Pritchard. Somebody that I want to speak about is Peyton Pritchard, bro. That dude right there can hoop. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever I'm talking out loud and I'm making a video and we're speaking about basketball and basketball players, you realize, like, these dudes really can hoop. Like, that's why they're in the NBA. Like, that dude can hoop. Bro had 21 and 10. And when you think of 21 and 10, you're like, damn, he was playing the point guard. He had 10 assists. Bro had 10 rebounds. Where's the center? Where's the center? Where is the center? Payton, put your... I don't even think Payton grabbed 10. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because maybe he does grab 10 rebounds again, but that's crazy. He might grab 10 rebounds again playing on that Celtics team with no freaking rebounding. 10 rebounds for Payton Pritchard? 21. His 21 was felt. His 21 was broken. Who? I mean, he hit Jalen Durant. Bro, have y'all seen Jalen Durant straight 90s? I'm talking about straight swole. I'm talking about straight run into him on accident and you are hitting the ground. I'm talking about straight built. Payton Pritchard is dribbling the ball and, like, you know, gave him one of them Shea nudges, gave him one of them hard nudges, like literally hit Jalen Durant in the like, and came back and shot that mug over his head. I was like, oh, like, that dude is pretty good. Cade's gonna be Cade. I mean, I feel like if a Source playing like this, if a Source playing like his brother, come on now. I mean, Cade don't even gotta do so much. You just gotta facilitate, steer the ship, be the driver, and let everybody else do their thing. Has anybody seen Sabonis? Has anybody seen him? Like, has anybody seen that Sabonis that had Fox and had Monk and they were running and they were looking crazy and the beam was lit and it looked like the Batman symbol and it was in the sky and where's Sabonis been? That's another guy that I was pretty high on, but he just, maybe it's just all of the one-dimensional players on the Kings. We got DeMar DeRozan, buckets. Malik Monk, he can play the one, but buckets. Levine, buckets. Schroeder is nice. I mean, he's a great pickup for them because he can at least try to set the table and keep everything in line. He don't have to go crazy and score, even though he can score. We seen what he does overseas. We ain't gonna do all that. Like, he ain't like that. And then when Westbrook comes in, he played hard against the Lakers. Don't get me wrong. He really, you knew. The two things that I knew for a fact, or the two things that I was expecting, because you can't know any of this. The two things that I was expecting when cutting that game on was Russ was gonna go for everybody's throats, and Russ was gonna go crazy. And Ayton was gonna get buckets down low because Sabonis isn't a good defender. But what I did not have on my bingo card, whenever they called this out, I checked my card and this was not on my card and I did not circle this in, was Austin Reeves going for 50. 50. Woo. And I'm talking about that was a real 50. That was a real 50, shoot you 9 times, come back. That was a real 50, and I'm not talking about cent. I don't know what the Kings thought. I don't know what the Kings' mindset was for that game. Who on the Lakers scares you without Luka? Who on the Lakers scares you without Luka and LeBron? No, I'm being genuine. Who? Like, who on that team really are you looking at you like, damn, like, if we don't make sure that he's in check or we don't make sure that we gonna keep at least 4 sets of eyes on this player, then who? Rui? LaRavia? Marcus Smart? Marcus Smart ain't been good since. Shout out to Reeves. I'm talking about shout out to him. I mean, he said that he knew. He said this. This is his words, not word for word. I don't remember the quote. He said, I knew with Luka and LeBron being out that I had to get a little loose with the ball and I had to get, I had to go for it. I had to shoot. I had to score. I had to be the playmaker and I had to score. My boy almost had a triple-double, 2 turnovers. Do you know how hard that is to score 50, have 9 assists, and have 2 turnovers? But the crazy thing is, y'all, you see this type of performance. You see how great this was. Soak it in now, cause we ain't gonna be seeing too much more of this. Okay, call me what you want to call me, but just don't call me Cap. Don't call me Cap, cause I got something for you. Luka, LeBron, Reeves. What do all 3 of these players have in common? They all are good with the ball in their hand. I mean, who's the best off-ball player out of all of them? It ain't Luka. Maybe LeBron with him getting up there in age, but I think it may still be Reeves with the catch and shoot, but he's not good. He's a good shooter, don't get me wrong, but if you just have him as a catch and shoot shooter, that's what sucks when you play with good players like Luka, you play with good players like LeBron. It's because whenever you play with somebody so great, you can't be yourself fully. That's why I think the Cavs. That's why I think the Mavericks. That's why I think the Pacers. Teams like that are going to be good for a long time, because when you have a whole bunch of players that can just play freely and a whole bunch of players that can play like them, and you don't have that one player that's just like, let me get you going, let me get you involved. Those teams just seem to make it further, and those teams just like the Knicks, for example, they ain't gonna do shit. Jalen Brunson is a baller, but they ain't gonna do much, because if Jalen Brunson ain't got it, they ain't got it. I mean, if Jalen Brunson ain't got it, they ain't got it. They do not have it. But let's get back to what I was talking about. You just see how Austin Reeves plays whenever Luka's in the game and whenever LeBron's in the game. Remember that stretch when AD and LeBron was out last year and Reeves was going crazy, but then when everybody came back, he just went back to being that role player. He's a great player. He's a good player. We all know this, but we just can't expect him to erupt for 35, to erupt for 40 whenever LeBron and Luka is there, because if he's doing that, then what's Luka and what's LeBron doing? Luka's not really a good off-ball player. He's not a good, I mean, maybe catch and shoot, but are you really using Luka to his best ability if he's catching and shooting? Maybe bring Austin Reeves off the bench and just let LeBron and Luka do their thing, and then when Reeves comes in, that's y'all's Malik Monk type of, that's y'all's like spark plug, that's y'all's Jamal Crawford. I don't know if y'all are looking at it like how I'm looking at it. I don't know if the Lakers is looking at it how I'm looking at it. They know way more than me from watching from my couch, or watching from my chair, or watching from my couch. They know more than me, but maybe a Jamal Crawford type. I just don't like to see Luka come in and he's back, and then Austin Reeves just goes back to being maybe he's struggling to give you a 19. I mean, he'll give you a 19 or a 21, but it's like he had to work for it. He didn't have to work for this 50. This 50 was free. The Kings, they gave him the 50. They like, when he walked into the building, they were like, what do you want to go for, Austin? Like, you know, are you thinking of 50, or are you more of like a 40 tonight? Like, what do you want? Because we're giving it out. We're giving it to you. There's nobody that you have to worry about on the Lakers. And they literally let him kill him. I mean, Austin was getting screens set up coming down like bro. He was getting screens. Like, he was getting a screen. This is Aiden. He getting a screen. And obviously, Sabonis is guarding Aiden. So he's getting whatever main defender he is off of him whenever they get hit by Aiden. This is Sabonis. Why is Sabonis dropping back like this whenever he's coming off the screen? He's just straight rising and hitting that every time. I'm talking about, I saw that play like 3 times in a row. He's coming down. Like it's so easy. Like, they gave him the 50. They gave it to him. Shout out to Reeves though, because even though they give it to you, you gotta take it. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. He came out there and he balled and he did his thing. There was one where he had like, Aiden was supposed to set a screen and he kind of set it, but he barely like touched him, and the defender was still there, and he like pump faked, and you thought he was like, damn, like, you know, he's stuck now. He got to pass off. He pump faked, and then he still shot it anyway, and it made it. So I'm like, bro, this dude right here, that boy can ball. He's a hooper. Aiden, he had a pretty good game. I knew he was going to have a good game going against Sabonis. I don't know what's going on with Sabonis this year. Like I said, maybe it's just all the one-dimensional players. He can't really have the ball in his hand and like get people involved. They need to fix it ASAP. They need to, or they're going to be back mid. They're going to be back mid again. Before we get up off the Lakers and Kings, shout out to Aiden. Shout out to Aiden as well. I don't want to leave here without saying, you know, giving him his just due, because I know a lot of people have been on this neck. I mean, a lot of people gonna stay on this neck because he ain't gonna play like this, because not every center is Sabonis. Not every center is Sabonis. I'm not gonna lie, but we gotta give praise when praise is due, because a lot of people been cooking him. A lot of people been saying soft, this, that. You gotta play rough. You gotta play tough. That's not his game. You can't change people. Like, a lot of people be thinking that they can change people. We not. Like, who do you think you are if you think you can change somebody? I mean, if it's in a genuine way and it's a genuine gesture to try to change somebody, then that's okay. But people be talking crazy like, oh no, you can't play like this. Why does he play like that though? He's got to do this. He's got to do that. When has he ever showed you he played like that? Bro is like, he's a big man. Like, just because you big, just because you tall, just because you are huge and you have that frame, that don't mean you gotta play like Dwight and you play like Shaq and you play like these big bodies that can punish you in the paint. We all know super tall, super big people. They got that weak chin and that's soft. I mean, we know tall people that's soft. Just because you tall, that don't mean nothing. I mean, you just got some good genes and you're tall. Your daddy was taller, your grandpa was taller, your mama was tall. Y'all over here cooking Aiden because he ain't in here playing tough and playing rough. He just is a smooth player. Some people got that finesse. Some people smooth like that. Don't be mad because you can't just come in that mug and just come off that mug and just, like, he don't do that, but like he'll get in the paint and like he'll be posting up and people want him to like just drag, like go all the way and like turn around and dunk on him or nothing, and Aiden he'll just come off that. I mean, sometimes it hit, sometimes it don't. He coming through the lane, sometimes he floating it. I mean, he slammed it last night, don't get me wrong, he was like catching lobs, he was going crazy, but that's not his game. Maybe he switches it up, maybe I'm wrong. But you can't be sitting up here, people can't be up here dogging this man, trying to tell him how to play basketball whenever that's his game. That's what got him drafted. That's what kept him in the league. I mean, people still paying him. You think people paying somebody off of what they could do or what they could be? So I'm gonna pay you, right? You gonna come work for me. I'm gonna pay you not off of what you did or what you showed me in the past. I'm gonna pay you off of what I think you could do. I'm gonna pay you off of what I think that you could be. We paying DeAndre Ayton, expecting him to come in here and play like Rudy Gobert or play. I heard somebody say, "Oh no, he need to play like Clint Capella." He got soft hands. He dropped so many passes. That's it. He's just a smooth. He play with finesse. You want him to play like Clint Capella? He don't got the same mindset as Clint Capella. Clint Capella said, "Shit, I can't shoot. I can't dribble. Give me the ball, and I'm just gonna dunk that bitch every single time." Bro, that just makes me so mad whenever I see that. Like, people be talking and they think they spitting. Like, "Oh no, he need to do this. Oh no, he'll be better if he did it." He's a finesse player. He's a finesse big. I mean, just because you tall and just because you big, that don't mean you play rough. That don't mean you play tough. That don't mean you are who you are. Let's fly on down to South Beach and talk about them Heats. Let's talk about that Heat versus that Knick. That Heat versus that Knick. I mean, what stood out to us in this game, y'all? Jalen Brunson. It's not even about the shots that bro made. It's the shots that he attempted, and the ones that he missed, he could have. I mean, that's everybody say, "Oh, the shots that I missed, I could have made." But the ones that he missed, like, we thought that they were going in. That dude is a baller. I'm watching this game at the beginning, and I'm like, okay, Eric Spoelstra is gonna make sure that everybody else beats him. Jalen Brunson isn't gonna beat him. But he just came in and he was just aggressive. He was going at it. He was just cooking. And then he slowed down for a little bit, and I was thinking like, oh shit, yeah, Miami's about to run away with this game. They got Jalen Brunson under control. It's over with. And he just came back. That left hand just, I don't know what it is. That dude, I don't know how tall he is. It don't matter how tall he is, but on the court, he looked 5'6". He's on that and he's just doing what he do. He just cooking. That dude right there, I don't know, is he top 10? Y'all let me know down below. Is Jalen Brunson top 10 right now? Because that dude can score. Maybe it's the defense. Yeah, it is the defense. I'm saying maybe it's the defense. It's the defense that has a lot of people turned off about him because he can score. But people weren't worried about that with AI. I mean, I guess it was the swag, and I guess it was the charisma that AI brought to the game as well. Seems like I always start off these games talking about the bucket getters and talking about the guys, whether they won or lost, like how they got their buckets, and what I liked about them is just, I don't know, maybe I'm a buckets guy. Maybe I just like people getting buckets. I mean, I like defense as well, but I'm just watching these games. I'm like, bro, these dudes are good at basketball. Another guy that I was impressed with in this Heat and Knicks game is, y'all not even going, I don't know, maybe you do expect me to say this guy, Jaime Jaquez. That dude right there had 17 points, and it was very, very, very noticeable. It was very, very, very much felt, that 17 points right there. I'm talking about, I'm seeing him control. I'm seeing him, like, Spoelstra's letting him have the ball and letting him, like, do his thing. Find people, get to the cup, come back. Hey, midi, he can hoop. That dude, and he got, like, that grown build already, so it's like you're not even really too much worried about him. Like, whenever he goes into that paint, he probably ain't gonna just rise up and straight yam on you, but he is gonna get in there. He gonna go in there with the trees. and the leaves and go in there with all of it, and he's gonna go crazy. I liked what I saw from Jaime Jaquez last night. Bam did his thing. I hear a lot of people say, oh, Bam isn't unlocked. Man, you don't even really know the real Bam. He could average 40 in this league if he wanted to, but I don't know that Bam. But the Bam that I do know is the Bam that I'm seeing on the court each and every night, and he played solid last night. Norman Powell, plug and play, Mr. Plug and Play. He said it himself. And you know what? Whenever I was thinking about that term, I'm thinking like, everybody always says, oh, if you could put this player over here, or man, if you switch these two players, or if you took this player and you did that, but there's always stuff that you have to think about. There's always factors that you have to take into account. But that dude, Norman Powell, he might be Mr. Plug and Play. He might be Mr. Extension Cord. That dude right there is a baller. That was a good destination for him. He's Bro's running down the court. I'm talking about they straight like Davion, whoever has the ball, they looking for him. He would have been perfect for that team if they would have kept Jimmy. If that's the type of players that you need to add. When it comes to Miami, they not going to grab the superstar. We all know that they're not going to go get the Paul George. They're not going to go get the whoever else was on the trading block. Whoever else was the big names on the move. They're not going to go get the Levine. They're not going to go get the Damian Lillard. But the guys that they can get and the guys that they do that can accept that Heat culture, that's not selfish, Norman Powell, I'm talking about, he's just straight coming down until the catcher shoots and he's going crazy. I think he had 30. He can hoop. Like I said, me watching all these games and me talking to y'all and doing this podcast, you really realize like a lot of players can play basketball. Wasn't too impressed with Cat. I mean, Cat gonna get his rebounds, which you can't be mad at because who else is gonna rebound on the Knicks? So you gotta give him props. You gotta give him praise for grabbing almost 20 boards and grabbing 18 rebounds. But maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on him, saying that he didn't have the greatest game. Bridges had 20. OG had, I think, 14. But those 15 from Cat, I mean, I know he had a tough assignment. So that's why I'm not gonna go too crazy on him. Bam and Ware, those are two big boys that, you know, they gonna hold their own in that paint in that restricted area. So for him to grab 18 boards and for him to put up 15, it's solid. It's solid. But hey, Jalen Brunson, he just needs something. He needs y'all to come on. He needs. If he's saying let's go, let's ride, he's saying come on. He said I'm going, with or without y'all. I'm here. I'm coming. Like who coming with me? Who here? Jalen Brunson dropping 37, and the shots that he missed, like I said, they looked like they were makeable. Like that dude can hoop. He's saying, hey, I'm going. Who's coming with me? Cat, you coming with me? Hey, you grabbing them boards? You supposed to grab them boards. You the center. Who else on the Knicks can grab the board? But you got to come with me. 15, it's nice. It's nice. 15 is nice, but I mean, Mavs beat the Raptors by 10. A very, very, very high scoring game. Something that you wouldn't expect from the Mavs to get scored on this much. I mean, I know it's modern NBA, so it's not a lot. Sometimes you can get hit up for a lot of points, but I feel like that is a lot for that team. I thought Cooper Flag coming into the NBA, I watched him at Duke. I never really saw this very, very skilled offensive player. I always thought that one thing that you were going to get from Cooper Flag was solid defense, good rim protection, and he could hit his shots. But with them putting him in the point guard role, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't say he's doing good, and then again, I wouldn't say he's doing bad. I mean, the first game, he wasn't a great showing at all. But I think when it comes to Cooper Flag, you're getting a player that's just NBA ready. You're just getting a guy that can play defense. He can do some help side blocking. He can do some help side rim protection. He can get the ball. He could shoot. He could 1-2 boom. He could 1-2. Hey, you want a double? I could find Clay. Boom boom. You want a double? I could find Max Christie. You know, I think that he's just a very, very solid player. I could throw a lob. I could throw a lob. I could throw a lob. You know, PJ, you over here. I think that he's a good player. I think that maybe he'll win Rookie of the Year just because of the hype, but there's a lot of rookies out here that's balling as well. A really good team. I mean, they are deep. I'm talking about they are deep. I'm talking about they are middle of the ocean deep. They got some ball. They got some players on that team. I mean, Jalen Harden didn't even get to play, and he is a baller. Max Christie. Can we talk about Max Christie? Y'all probably like, Max Christie, why do you want to make a whole segment about Max Christie? I don't want to make a whole segment about him. I just want to say that with him being in that trade, that was dumb for the Lakers, man. I'm talking about maybe he may not have fit for the Lakers, and maybe he just wasn't, maybe he just wasn't in their future plans. You looking at Luka and you're like, hey, we'll grab Luka and we'll just make it work. But for the Dallas Mavericks to get not only AD, but get Max Christie too, I think Klay's replacement, if they sign Max Christie and they keep him, whenever Klay's done in the next 2-3 years, Max Christie can, boop, you know, fill in that spot just like that, and he gives you better defense. I'm thinking Max Christie is a really, really, really good player out here, and that was a really good steal. All in all, looking back at this trade, can we really go up in arms and say that the Lakers got that the Mavericks got fleeced? I don't know. Because whenever you watch this Mavs team, Luka would hold them back. I mean, he's a great player, but there is no one-on-one ball here with this team. Like, there is no, like, hey, I'm going to get you involved. I'm going to make sure that you do this. Or I'm going to make sure, maybe it's with them drafting Cooper. I don't know. But Davis, Lively, Cooper, D'Angelo Russell had a good game. I mean, you gonna get about 1 or 2 of them a month from him. You are. Klay, Christie, just spoke about Christie. Marshall gonna come in there and give you that toughness. PJ, you don't know how PJ gonna give it to you. PJ could give it to you in the paint. PJ could step out to that 3. You don't know what PJ gonna do. Shit, PJ don't even know what he gonna do before the game. That is a deep team. Maybe the deepest in the league, especially whenever getting Kyrie back. But on the Raptors side of things, Pelicans fan right here. Real Pelicans fan right here. Real Saints fan right here. Brandon Ingram is Mr. 20. He's literally Mr. 20. I mean, you could take Ingram off of the back of Brandon Ingram's jersey and just put Mr. 20. Like, just log in 20 points. Before the game starts, just go to your little, however you keep the box score. I don't know how they're doing it now in 2025, 2026. But they used to be writing down every time somebody got a bucket, so you know they could know how many points somebody has. I don't know if they're still doing it by pen and paper, but if you're still doing it by pen and paper, as soon as the game starts for the Raptors, just put in 20. And then just start counting from there. Whenever it comes to Brandon Ingram, he gonna give you 20. Shout out to B.I. Sucks he had to go, but we just didn't have the money to pay him right then and there. I like the team that the Pelicans is building. I know this isn't a Pelican segment. We play tonight. We play the Celtics, which I think we're gonna win. Like I said, Celtics ain't got nothing down low. So I think that if Derek Queen could get a lot of playing time and Z2, they gonna cook. But let's talk about the Raptors. Scotty Barnes, he had a good game. I didn't really see it watching. I mean, he hit some shots and, you know, he grabbed some boards and he got some, you know, layups and got some dunks here and there, grabbing rebounds and just going right back up with it. But I think they may have the same problem as the Celtics, but in a different way. Like, the Celtics are like too small in general, but the Raptors play a whole bunch of forwards. Like, they play quickly, Barrett, then they go Barnes, Ingram, or Ingram, Barnes, and Pirtle, which isn't bad on paper, and it isn't bad team in general. Like, you saw them, they clamped up the Hawks and smoked them out and put them on the grill and did all that to them. But whenever they play a bigger team, they might get cooked, because there was a lot of times where Anthony Davis was just like down low and nobody was around and he was just too big, or like they would get a steal and Cooper Flag would just go crazy. It was just like, I mean, even PJ got a lot of and1 buckets down low in the paint. So I think that's one thing that we got to look out for with the Raptors. Bigger teams may give them trouble, but if they go against teams like the Knicks, or if they go against teams like the who else is a smaller team but good? I don't know, but I think that they will handle the Knicks. I think the Cavs will give them problems, and I think that the Pistons will give them problems, because those are two big teams. But they might match up well with the Pistons. But all in all, in that game, Cooper Flag impressed me. AD's gonna be AD. Max Christie really impressed me. And D'Lo came and showed out. The Clippers beat the Blazers 114-107. And there's only one thing that I really have to take away from this game right here, and that's on the Clippers side of things. The Blazers, I really like what they're doing. I don't know what they're going to do for their head coach in the future, but in general, they just been doing a good job. Whenever they got Drew Holiday, I really was thinking just like, dang, why'd they send Drew Holiday over there? I mean, they got Scoot, you know, maybe to help Scoot. But with no Scoot right now, Holiday's fitting right in. He's playing like a real point guard. Like, he's putting up point guard numbers, and he's like playing like a point guard. I know it's kind of hard to say, not hard to say, weird to say, because you're like, what do you mean he's playing like a point guard? He showed you could play like a point guard. He's won championships. He's a point guard. But the way that he played like that last year with the Celtics before he got moved into now with the Blazers, it's just like, I think that team, I mean, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, damn, every team is gonna make the playoffs. Even me as a Pelicans fan, I think we could make the playoffs. But when you look at it, it's somebody ain't gonna make the playoffs, man. Somebody's not gonna make it. I hope it's not us, but somebody's not gonna make it. One of these good teams is not gonna make the playoffs. But the Blazers are really, really fun to watch. I mean, they got players. I mean, Denny, forget about it. Shaden Sharp, forget about it. Drew Holiday's getting everybody involved, and he's scoring at a good, efficient clip as well. Klingon is man in that paint. They're just a good team. But one thing, the main takeaway I want to get from this game, or just say from this game, is Kawhi controlled the game. And that just makes me so mad. Because the Clippers could be good, but it's literally on Kawhi's back. It's on his knees. And we all know that he's gonna break down. He might not necessarily break down in a crazy way, like where it's like season ending, but it's gonna be low management games. And I know that the Clippers prepare and they sign these players like John Collins and they sign these players like Brook Lopez just so they could be like, hey, we have a good enough team so when Kawhi is out for whatever reason, we could win. But the only games that the Clippers are in and that they can win is when Kawhi balls us out. And that's crazy because later in your years, you would think that you could just play a role like KD. You could play a role where it's like, I'm going to do my thing, but everybody else comes along too. Yeah, Harden can get, I don't care about Harden's like everything that he does. Harden can hoop when he wants to hoop. That's why with Harden, it's like, it's so hard. Because it's like, yo, like, are you trying or are you not trying? But I'm going to talk about Kawhi. How good can your team be if you are so dependent on somebody that may not give you a whole 82 or somebody that may not give you a whole playoff run? You re-signed them, and I'm not mad at it. You watch him play, and you're like, damn, this dude, he is moving. Like, how does he have degenerate knees? Like, my guy is like swooping and swooshing and just Mr. just bucket. I mean, he's shooting them threes, and I'm talking about like it looked like pure form. 30 and 10 for Kawhi. Made it look really, really easy. Like I said, the Clippers gonna go as far as Kawhi goes. I don't know what that means. Like, I know what it means, like what I'm saying, but I don't know what that means for the Clippers. If Kawhi does play throughout the whole season and the whole playoffs healthy, they can literally make it to the Western Conference Finals because he is just that good of a player. And if he plays well, everybody else comes along with him. James Harden triple-double, but like I said, I'm not really too much gonna get too, up or down about James Harden because we've seen him for multiple years now, and we know he can give you those good games, and then he'll just come out the next game and you're like, yo, like, bro, like, what the heck? Like, what's going on with you, James? You good? But I just wanted to speak about Kawhi because I'm like, dude, like watching this dude play, it's just no way that you don't like his game. But then you get a lot of people that like, they don't rock with him because they know he's going to go down for whatever reason, and then the whole team just falls apart. You sign all these players because you think that they can hold you up and they can keep you good enough so when Kawhi doesn't play, but it just doesn't work like that because when Kawhi plays, everybody else plays better. It's like the Memphis Grizzlies. When Ja plays, everybody else's overall just goes up. Timberwolves beat the Pacers by the hairs of their chin. I mean, they beat them. They beat them by 4, 110, 114. And Edwards went out in the first quarter, and I just saw a report pop up on my phone as I'm making this video that he might be out for a little minute, not too long, like a week or two, with that with that hamstring situation. So you already know what that means. Julius is in the, Julius in the crib like this right now. Julius is in the crib right now doing one of these. Julius Randle is lit right now. I mean, my boy, when Anthony, he already started off the game just very aggressive. He started off the game, I think 4 for 4 or 5 for 5. He started off the game saying, "Hey, I'm here." I think he had 20 points in the first half. But whenever Anthony Edwards went out, bro was playing so crazy. Not like crazy, like out of control. Like Julius's game is like whenever he plays where you're watching him, you're like, that shit not gonna go in. Not in a hater way, but like you just like that just don't look right. But he just makes the ball go in the basket. The one thing that comes to mind whenever I see Julius play is just bully ball. Like how y'all want Ayton to play, that's how Julius plays. But he got a little bit of finesse to it too. I mean, Julius to come down the court and he's just like he finds a way. He finds a way. With that left hand, he finds a way. But the one thing about Julius that you can get him off of his game, if you go against a real good defensive team and Julius is your main guy, you can get him out the game so quick. I mean, bro was feeling himself so hard. He was feeling himself so good that because there was no Anthony, it was nobody to take his shots away. Gobert go shoot. DiVincenzo was hot and cold like a faucet. I'm talking about he was feeling himself so good. He came out and he tried to bring the ball up. There was one play, Julius was trying to bring the ball up the court and Siakam said, "Give me that." And he just took it and went to go dunk it and lay it up. But Julius Randle, good game. I mean, I don't know how much he ended up with. I think over 30. He had a great game. Very, very aggressive, very bully ballish. If you watch that game, you're just like, hey, there's no other way to explain his game than just bully ball. And without Anthony Edwards, just expect Julius, I'm not saying points, but expect the shots and the shot selection to be crazy work. Let's talk about the Pacers a little bit. I don't want to speak on them too long, but I do want to give two players and the coach a shout out to Rick Carlisle, man. I mean, hell of a coach. Good development, good schemes, just the way that they play the game. They play for each other. That's one thing I like about the Pacers is with Tyrese going down, even though they haven't been winning games, it's not like they've been getting blown out, and it's not like they suck. They don't suck. Siakam, that dude has no quit. He has the heart of a lion. He had like 33 points and he was going, like he was cooking, like he was going at it with that length. He's just a tough shot maker. He's not the best defender. I'm not saying he's a good defender, but he hustles. He gives effort. I mean, there was plays, I mean, he's slipping on the ground trying to get the ball, like falling all over the ground, which isn't good because that leaves somebody open, but at least he's trying. He's playing these games like these are the playoffs. And Aaron Nesmith, shout out to him. I mean, I don't know how much credit he gets on a shooter's basis. I don't know if we're comparing him to like some of the best shooters in the league, because I'm not really that good for percentages and stuff like that. I'm not really a stats guy like that. So maybe I do, with me doing this podcast or with me doing this show, I could start venturing off to that and learning it and calculating it up and probably having a computer on the side so I can look this stuff up. But I don't know how he is on a shooter's percentage scale. But when you talk about just a shooter, you talk about a guy like, you want taking those last shots, or you want taking those tough shots. Aaron Nesmith is that guy. He had 18, but he could have had more. Siakam was going crazy. Siakam was shooting. Siakam was throwing them shots out. He didn't care. Siakam said, hold on. 3 ball. Hold on. And one. He didn't care. But whenever it comes to like shooting, I do want to shout out to Aaron Nesmith. He could shoot the ball. He could shoot. The Hornets sting the Wizards with a 139-113 win over the Wizards. Them Hornets were aggressive. I mean, there was one Hornet. There was the King Hornet. I don't know if there's a King Hornet, and I don't know how the Hornet colony works, but there was a Hornet, and there was one Hornet that was leading the Hornet charge, and that was stinging, and that was going crazy, and had no chill, and there was no Wizards in sight with no Hornet spray and no bug repellent to kill this Hornet, and that was LaMelo Ball. We talking about NBA. We ain't talking about you playing on rookie mode in 2K on 12-minute quarters. We ain't talking about 30. We talking about 38, 13, and 13. LaMelo Ball went 38, 13, and 13. Hold on, let me grab my phone. Let me look this up real quick, because maybe am I giving out fake stats? Am I giving out fake stats? Let me make sure that that's right, because when I watched that game, was that a 38? Hold on. 38, 13, and 13. And that dude can hoop, but it's like, it's winning basketball in a way. He's going to be an all-star. Mark it down right now on your calendars that LaMelo, as long as Melo Ball can stay healthy and he can play, like, I don't know how many games you have to play to qualify to be an all-star to make these all-NBAs. He's going to make them for the rest of his career. Unless something crazy happens, and maybe he gets traded and he plays for like a contender and he changes his game. But it's just like the kids, they love him. I like watching them play. Like, there's nothing about his game. Like, I can see how older people can be like, man, this ain't basketball. Like, these one-legged and all this craziness and this just willy-nilly silly. He could play basketball. Hornets might win some games this year, man. If LaMelo Ball keeps playing like this, I was real high on Con Knipple. I wanted my Pelicans to take him. It was really Con or Jeremiah. That's who I was with. I was like back and forth, because I was like, Con can play that one. He can really play that point guard position. He can set everybody up like he did at Duke. And then you got Jeremiah Fears, somebody that's just going to be like a bucket getter. Like, you're like, hey, man, we're in a drought. We can't score. That dude right there could do it. So I really like both of them for two different ways, two different reasons. So for the Hornets to take Con and you already had Melo, it was kind of like, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, Con only had like 2 assists, but it's kind of hard for him to play that one whenever you got LaMelo just going crazy. But he could also score, though. He had 20. So I think that is a good You know, 1-2 punch later on in the year, I think that Khan might be having the ball a little bit more, but if shit, if Melo doing this and keep the ball in his hands, Miles Bridges, he gonna do what he do, keep him close to the paint, let him dunk it. He'll step out, hit a shot every once in a while, but as long as LaMelo's there, he controls the pace, he controls the league. Not the league, but he controls that team. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the first episode of the Fellowretro show. I appreciate all the support, all the love. This video could get 1 view, 10 views, 1 million views. It won't matter. I ain't stopping. I'm having fun. Hopefully you guys join us, join me, join the channel. It's a long season and we're gonna be here for it.